Hi guys, welcome to CAT verbal session. This is a health check video which talks about your strategies, what to prepare, cutoff and everything according to the new pattern of CAT. Fine, and that's your syllabus from the CAT point of view, CAT exam. Fine, now if I give you the breakup of CAT exam, 16 question out of 34 question, this is 34. Out of 34 question, RC is going to rule the roost with 16 question, and that is your hell of CAT because without RC you cannot crack it. Especially engineers who are planning to crack CAT on the basis of the other things, you cannot do it unless you do RC. So that's a major problem with the new rules coming into picture, the new paper pattern. You have to do RC. Earlier you could pass or you could get 92 and 93 without RC, but now you cannot work out. Alright, sentence correction vocab used to be very important 10 years ago, but now it's out of CAT. Last year was hardly zero, or in some sets one question on sentence correction and fill the blanks. So grammar, fill the blanks is out. Yes, I might need them for doing RC and all, but otherwise it's out. ParaJumbles, para-completion 8 questions, and new change which will come in CAT is critical reasoning 8 questions, and this is going to be a good deciding factor. Fine. So the only problem is I have to read a lot in that paper. For reading comprehension, I have to read 16 questions, paragraph, para-completion 8 questions, critical reasoning 8 questions. So out of 34 questions, 32 questions I have to read one big paragraph before I can solve the question, and this is gonna take the toll on the students. Fine, the verbal session 1 hour is going to be very boring to solve. Easy but long questions. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to now pause the video and write down all these things and find out what you know, what you don't know. Fine. This is just starting off. Towards the end, probably 1 month before the CAT exam, I'll keep another workshop in which within RC we'll find out what I know, what I don't know, within everything. So I need up to the accuracy as well. My accuracy in RC is 60%. My accuracy in ParaJumbles is 80%. So all these things you have to identify. Yep. Fine, so vocab you need to work on, but for the other exam point of view, so I recommend Word Power Made Easy book. That's your Bible for you. Fine, which you need to work on. Alright, main problem is going to be RC, so we'll spend some time on that because that is going to be the most critical thing in your CAT paper. And this is one thing which can get you into IIM Ahmedabad, or maybe stop you from getting into IIM Ahmedabad. Fine, so let's find out what they're looking for. See, I'm doing RC since I was class 5. I still remember English paper first topic used to be RC. So what I've done is I've divided RC into 7-8 type of questions which are commonly coming in RC. Fine. So this is how I want you to solve RC as well. Fine. So that you don't do too much mistakes. So first thing, what is the most important thing in RC? The fact or the opinion? Now in my school days I used to have the RCs. The first RC was supposed about war. The first question used to be which year the war started. So all I would do was to scan the paper and find out the year. So 1907 the war started. Yep, this was the type of question. But now it's more about opinion. Let's look at a few questions from last year paper. Identify the topic, identify scope, identify why author is writing this thing. This is a major problem which you are going to feel, yeah, in your exam. And you have to tackle that. That's the main part. Fine, so you have to work on RC. There are a few other videos as well which talks about RC, so please go through the few demo videos to get an idea about what I'm talking about. Fine, same thing goes for the ParaJumbles as well. Fine, so now you can argue with me like how can you find shortcuts in verbal session? I do understand there is no shortcut in verbal session. So what I've done is in ParaJumbles, I have seen all last 20 years CAT paper and divided them into 7 type of questions. So these are the 7 type of questions in which all your CAT questions fall into. Fine. Now how we can solve these questions is, see what we do in maths. In maths, if I look at one question, I try to imagine the formula or the concept behind that question, solve that question according to that. Same thing why we can do in verbal. I've given you these are the 7 type of formulas which you can use to do ParaJumbles. So the moment I see a questions, I have to search my database in which type of question this is, and then solve the question according to that. My accuracy will increase, my speed will increase, I will be able to do much more questions than what other people are doing. Yeah, so this is the way I work. Alright, that's our shortcut workshop for the verbal session. You can join us for the verbal session itself for the cutoff clearing, or you can join us for the complete program for maths, verbal, logic, DI. Yep. From the cutoff point of view, again 34 mark paper. Out of that, you have to target 28 marks to clear your 99 percentile. That's one fundamental thing. Without this, you cannot do. Alright, so target 27 questions in your CAT paper. Alright, if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me on Facebook. So facebook.com/ravgun, RAVGUN. In case you are planning to join any of our program, please go to IIMking.com online courses. You will see the details of all the programs, and you can contact us on this number. Alright, all the best. Thank you. Alright, so please go to IIMking.com. There's a demo section on the right hand side. So please see the few demo videos on quant, verbal, logic or DI to understand what I mean by the shortcuts, how we are going to teach shortcuts. And trust me, we have spent last 5 years of my career to finding out how we can innovate, how we can find out shortcuts for everything, right from maths to verbal, DI and logic. Alright, so see a few demo videos to understand if you are able to click with this thing, and it's a complete online program which you can join. Alright.